I feel so sad for these women because I'm like, who hurt you? Miss Girl,
Themselves.
how many divorces?
Themselves. I'll say it for the people in the back. They did it to themselves.
Hello.
Welcome
To our Dysfunctional Duo
Duo.
podcast starring
Sarah.
Spencer. Oh,
Shit.
I don't even think I said my name right.
I'm the main character in this podcast, Miss Ma'am.
I'm the one that dies first.
I just realized my mic is like...
We're having a lot of technical issues today. Good night.
Yeah, today's been a moment. As you can see, I'm holding my mic, and that is because I broke my fucking arm before we started setting up. And then we decided that we probably weren't going to be able to film because my mic was being picked up by Spencer's thing, and it wasn't being picked up through mine. It was a whole thing. So
A big echo.
yes,
Nothing good was happening.
nothing good was happening. So yeah, I think we figured it out.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
Thank the Lord.
Yes.
Praise.
Praise.
I have a new obsession.
Our cameras are also working. Sorry, I feel like I'm peeking a
Peeking?
bit. I don't know.
What
Can
is
you
that?
hear me clearly?
Yeah?
Okay. I don't sound muffled.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm
stressed. I'm stressed out.
I can tell.
Our cameras are also finally working because before they weren't. So yeah, it's been
It's been a roller coaster.
a day. So anyways,
Clearly we don't know how to use
but
technology.
I honestly get to lean back this episode because Spencer's playing host.
Hi. Welcome to my TED Talk now.
Mm-hmm.
I have a new obsession
Mm-hmm.
in my life,
Mm-hmm.
and it is Animal Crossing, which is old news for literally everybody in the world except for me.
Yes.
Because I just got it this past Christmas in
Yes.
2023. And while Sarah was figuring out our technical issues, I was actually playing Animal Crossing.
Well, I wanted to show her my island because I've been playing Animal Crossing. Oh my God. It was the days were the days when you got to play Animal Crossing in your house during COVID. That was your social interaction for the day, was talking to your villagers on Animal Crossing. Anybody who understands that, it was like a small group of people who have this respect for what Animal Crossing was during COVID. It was the one good thing that came out of it. And they released Animal Crossing a week or two after everybody was set to be
I didn't know
stuck
that.
at their house. So everybody was playing this game. And so I think I have 2,500 minutes or hours of gameplay. I have something insane.
2,500 hours.
I think so.
Damn.
Actually, go into my Switch. My Switch is right here because Spencer
I was literally playing
looking
with
at it.
Well, so
You talk to them as I look.
clearly was very late on the bandwagon for Animal Crossing. But when it was at its highest peak, I think during the COVID time and when people are just coming out of COVID, when I met people, it wasn't a hi, how are you? That didn't exist anymore. It was hey, do you want to see my island? And of course, I'd always say yes. Of course, I want to see it. You seem excited about it. I don't really get it. But I'd watch it and every time I'd be I don't understand why people like this game. It just seems very slow paced. I thought the majority of it was just talking to your islanders.
No,
And I didn't get it.
if anything, the Islanders are the least amount of time that
Mm-hmm.
it's Animal Crossing is one of those things that it's different for every single person that plays it. So you can be a terraformer and you can be the one that is constantly redoing your island, which I would say I'm kind of that person.
Your island is so cute though.
Well, but this is the 9th island I've redone.
Question. Raise my hand. I have a question.
Yes, the lady in the front.
Have you ever deleted it and then started from the beginning?
All the time.
See, I've heard about this. Again, very new into this. This is I was mind blown that people even did this because the first little bit, I was talking to people, a few friends that had it prior to me, and I was why is this painful? The first week of Animal Crossing is painful to play because it doesn't give you everything that you need.
Yeah. Yeah, once you unlock terraforming, that's when things start to open up for you. Honestly, okay. So this is how wow, I'm about to really expose my insanity when it comes
Please
to Animal
do.
Crossing.
No, but like I need this.
So when I first started playing Animal Crossing, I did my first island and then I deleted my island to have a new island. And I actually really regret not keeping my original island. So I wouldn't recommend that you delete your island and get a new one because the layout changes every time you pick a new island, right? Because not every island is set up to be structured in the same way because you get to pick multiple options. But once you pick your island, that's it. You can't have multiple islands. But I was gifted a Nintendo Switch Lite a few years ago, and so I bought Animal Crossing for that Switch so that I could have my island that was on this Switch and not have to touch it in order to go through the process of playing the game again. So my Nintendo Switch Lite has a very different theme. That one hasn't really, I'm still in the process of actually getting terraforming and doing all of that. That one's way more slow paced. I'm like considered like a pro or like top tier in this game, but I'm not in that game because I just looked up, it's 2,100 hours of Animal Crossing gameplay I've played. So it's 2,100. So it's a lot. And when COVID started,
that's over the course of like 4 years.
Yeah, it came out in March of 2020. So 4 years. And like when I tell you I played it religiously every hour of every day for like 4 months straight. Like I'm telling you, I woke up at 8 o'clock, turned on my Switch, played throughout the day, and would go to bed at 2 a.m.
Dude, same.
Hunting spiders and shit.
It's so bad.
And honestly, like I almost wish that you would have started when I started because there were so many glitches and stuff that they hadn't patched up yet.
Like what? I'm curious.
Like you could go to the island, like you could travel to different islands and you could remove everything, trees, like anything that would kind of have bugs, like collect on there, and then you would create a spider farm. And you can do it now, but not to the same degree because spiders are $2,000. They're $2,000 in Animal Crossing. So you would go to an island, collect a full inventory of spiders, and that's how you made your money. Another cool one that they had that they patched up was you could put however much money you wanted into your bank account. And then if you fast traveled, if you transported yourself a year ahead or like 10 years ahead,
can you do that? Like go to times that technically haven't happened?
Yes. Yeah. I think it goes when it was 2020, you could jump to 2060. And so you would go to your 2060 and collect the interest that you created in your bank account. And it like, I don't know, it like times it by like 10. So if you put in $500,000 times that by 10, you would get all that interest and you could transport back to your original date with all that money.
Dang.
So,
but you can't do that anymore.
No.
I've heard from what I've looked up a lot or have tried to, and I know time travel exists in the game. I haven't really done anything with it. I think the only time is like
you were kind of either criticized or not criticized for being the time hopper. Like some people like would not do it.
Well, it's considered like a cheat, right? Technically.
For sure.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Because you wouldn't have to wait for your houses to be built. You wouldn't have to like once a villager comes in and they're like, hey, I'm moving in, I'll see you tomorrow. You could jump a day ahead and then boom, they're there. So it's a speed run version of Animal Crossing. And the whole concept of Animal Crossing is to
take it slow.
So I've been known to be both. In this game now, I don't time hop at all. I just take it day by day. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you could do. Yeah, like I thought they were going to do more with this game. Like I thought there was going to be more opportunity, and they haven't really, like they've stopped, and I think they're going to create a new game. Like they won't be updating this game anymore.
They're just going to make a new Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Sorry, hold on. I just realized I probably couldn't hear myself properly because my headphone jack was in the wrong port. Anyways, so
live la vida loca.
Yeah, right?
So live.
So yeah, anyways, Animal Crossing has been like a really good thing to like kind of like I'll forget about it for months and then I'll come back. Like this island I've been creating, it's been years in the making. It's just because like I get a wind of Animal Crossing and then I'm like, I'm bored of it now.
I get that.
But I'm like a cozy game queen. Like I love
Me too.
cozy games.
I think that's what I like about this game. And it's something that like I didn't understand before, but like it really does feel like a day-to-day life. Like I wake up sunrise. I see the sunrise in my human self, which I've never done before.
Yeah.
Like try to wake me up before 10, not gonna happen. But I find myself waking up at sunrise and I'm excited to wake up because I get to play Animal Crossing.
Well, and the music is different during the different times of days, seasonal. Like,
see, I haven't seen any other seasons besides winter, which is
the
worst.
You saw Christmas? No, you got it on Christmas.
I got it on Christmas, so I got like the last little bit. I think they put like lights in my trees for like New Year's or something.
New Year's, yeah, you go to the town center and they launch fireworks.
Yeah.
But in Christmas, like you collect all the Christmas decor. I think they do Valentine's Day. I can't remember.
They do. They send you like chocolates and flowers.
St. Patty's Day. Halloween is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
They have like a Mardi Gras one where like this like ostrich or something, like she like is like a flamingo. Maybe she's a flamingo. She's like a flamingo dancer. And
is that the one where you go catch the feathers? That just happened. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then there's like fishing tournaments and there's bug tournaments and
I love
stuff like that. But yeah, like I would say Halloween's probably my favorite because everything like turns autumn. All the leaves go orange and brown and you can put up like pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns and what the hell? Oh, his name's Jack, and he's like a jack-o'-lantern character, and he's the guy that you work with to like hand out candy on Halloween night and stuff. And you can like dress up in costumes and stuff. Like they have like witch costumes and zombie outfits and like a bunch of different stuff.
See, I have always been like, oh, these kids with their like chronically online behavior kind of thing. I like am starting to get it. Like, I would rather live virtually through my Animal Crossing than go to school. Go do something that matters.
Yeah.
I just, like, I can't be bothered. It's a great escape. And, like, I like it because it's fun. And, like, I've been really into, like, the design. So I've been making, like floors because I can't make roads yet or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'm just, like, making my own floors for the time being. Like, being creative, which is, again, like, fun. Takes time out of my like day, but I'm also like too obsessed with it. Like to the point where like I have it on airplane mode because like I just don't want people to come to my island. It always glitches when it happens anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But like I just want to be in this world. I just want to be immersed in this world.
But you also have the DLC, so have you gone to the island yet?
Yes. I will say because I got the game for free, technically, and the console.
Yeah.
Because they were gifts to me. So I was like, I'll spend like $25 on like an, what is it, like upgrade? No.
DLC.
Yeah, whatever. The like package. And I think it saved me from getting too bored with the game. Because you get more things. Plus, it's more of like a design aspect of it, which I tend to really like.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that, like, I do wish there was, like, more I can do in this game. Granted,
and that's
been
crazy
playing for, like,
because
2 months.
You've been playing for 2 months. Like,
2 months.
There's so much that you can do. Like, I've collected all the wardrobe items. Like, the holidays will allow you to, like, get new inventory and stuff like that. Redoing your house. Like, have you fully upgraded your house yet?
I don't have a basement. I think that's the only thing I'm waiting for.
Well, once you fully upgrade your house, you get to change the color of your house. Like what I did with mine. There's so much that you can do. Like you have to collect all the critters and the fish for the museum, for Blathers. Like there's a lot. The art. You have to collect all the art pieces. Like there's a lot that can be done. But again, there's different breeds of Animal Crossing players. And so depending on what category you fall into, you either feel like you're going to focus on collecting and whatever, or you're going to focus on like terraforming and decorating and all that. Yeah. But then you also have to like make all this money because trust me, once you like fully upgrade your island, you're going to want to change everything about it. And you need money in order to do that. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to demolish bridges, demolish inclines. You're going to want to move those, like everything. Like it tends to kind of go on this like line where it doesn't stop because you find one more thing that you're interested in. And that's the thing that I like about Animal Crossing. We were also talking about how like, you know, like I've played Dreamlight Valley, which is really fun. I haven't finished it. That's a game that kind of I was like heavily playing for quite a bit and then I stopped. It's not a game that is made for the Switch. It's a PC based game. And then people put it on PlayStation and then people brought it onto the Switch. The issue with the Switch that like certain games that would be fantastic for the Switch is the Switch is such a small console that it's incapable of handling and processing all the information that is provided in games. So Dreamlight Valley, it glitches, it slows, it like lags because there's so much information that this little console, literally like the size of a fucking tablet, has to process. Hogwarts Legacy is also a really fun game and I've streamed that.
Okay, I saw it was for the Switch, which I didn't think it was. I thought it was for like PC or whatever.
Don't do it.
No? I was so excited for that game. Really?
It's too much. It's too much to process.
Oh, it's just like too slow, too glitchy.
It's an open world game. So like
but
if you're
Legend of Zelda works.
Yeah, but Legend of Zelda is made for the Switch.
I see.
Hogwarts Legacy was made for PC and PlayStation and Xbox players, where you have a console that is twice as big. And the PC, you can upgrade in order to have processing developed. But like, I played that game. It was a fantastic game. But it's so open world. It's fucking huge.
Really?
So,
like bigger than Legend of Zelda? Like Tears of the Kingdom?
I don't know about Tears of the Kingdom because I haven't finished the game yet, but Breath of the Wild, I would say it's similar, but there's more to do.
Oh, interesting.
And the characters have more like options to behave and stuff. It's not like as like on a series of patterns. You can talk to everybody.
Do you get to pick your house?
Yeah, you can, or you can just like randomly be selected.
Were you randomly selected?
I was fucking Gryffindor, which like I was okay with, but I'm a Ravenclaw through and through. And so, but like when I was on stream, I told chat that whatever they picked for me was the house that I would fall into. And it sucks because like if you do Sorting Hat quizzes, usually it's like 20 questions. This was like 2 questions. So
what
really,
was it? Do you like the color red?
It was like, what do you value? Courage, loyalty,
murder,
education, and like murder. So you're like, okay, well, I fucking, you know, okay. And I was like, oh, I'm going to hit courage because that's something that I admire, but I know I'm going to be Gryffindor then.
Yeah.
And then I think the other one was like, what would you want to study in school? And it was like snakes, plants, mammals, and like adventuring. And I was like, well, I want to adventure, but like I'm Gryffindor then.
Yeah,
but like
exactly.
it's painted with a wide brush. So I was a little disappointed, although I have heard that you can actually take your Pottermore results and transfer it to the game.
Oh, okay.
So I have never done that, but I wouldn't do it.
You took the Pottermore quiz,
yeah,
right? And that's how you got like Ravenclaw?
Ravenclaw, yeah.
Ravendor.
What are you?
What do you think I would be?
Fucking Hufflepuff.
That's what I am.
Yeah, Leo's a Hufflepuff too.
Really?
Yeah.
People always say like you're such a Slytherin. But I was like, no, I've taken that quiz like 3 times and I got Hufflepuff every time.
Yeah, you have the bite of a Slytherin, but the nature of a Hufflepuff.
I think
I would say I have the attitude of a Gryffindor, but the nature of a Ravenclaw.
I want to say that Hufflepuffs are underrated and Gryffindors are overrated.
Well, yeah, they were literally the main character of the Harry Potter movies because it was through the eyes of Harry Potter.
I mean, he's so boring.
And I like Slytherin. I know a lot of people have a lot of hostility against Slytherin, but like there's a lot of really reputable people that came out of the House of Slytherin, and one of my favorite fucking characters, which is Snape, came out of that house, and he had more loyalty than anybody.
Live, laugh, love that man.
So like, fuck, like you can't define a person through that behavior. You know what I mean? Like it's
Draco
hard.
Malfoy was my childhood crush. For sure. And then as I got older, it was Professor Snape.
Did you ever, like, again, going back to COVID, during COVID time, there was like, TikTok was like writhing with this fucking hashtag, which was Draco Talk. Did you go down that rabbit hole?
No,
oh my God, I did. And it was it was just like edits of like him and his character, but it was all like, it was like girls simping over like
Draco Malfoy.
yeah, over Draco. And then it turned into people like role playing and interacting with his character. Like they were green screened and they were like a character in the movie and they had a love story with Draco.
Is this serious?
I'm fucking not kidding.
Oh.
And I fell
You know
for
what? I
it,
get it.
through and through. I was like, I like took
Were
the
you
bait.
also green screening? Draco and Lafayette.
No, but I was like, they're like episode 1 meeting Draco, and then like it ends on a cliffhanger, and I'm like, where's episode 2? I have to watch it. Like, I'm such a fucking
a dork.
not a dork, but like I'm easily influenced by those cliffhangers.
I love that.
Yeah.
COVID made everybody a little bit like wild and crazy
Yeah,
and expand. Because I didn't go through that. I went through like a K-pop phase
really,
in COVID.
I've
and
never-
I enjoy K-pop now, actually.
really.
Not to the extent that like I had in COVID though. Like I was like learning the dances. Oh yeah. I was like learning how to become like a K-pop star. Oh, it was bad. They would never accept me. I have no talent. But I was like, what if I became a K-pop star?
Oh my god,
Delulu of COVID.
you would. I think you put them out of business.
Yeah, but like not for a good reason.
No.
No, they'd be like, okay, well, we're done now.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
ruined
yeah.
it. Thanks,
yeah.
white girl.
Yeah.
That's
They're like, let's give her a
basically it.
shot. And then they'd be like, fuck.
They wouldn't even give me a shot though. They'd see me and be like, go, walk away.
I don't know. You can, your eyes pass as Asian just a little bit.
Yeah, but like I'm too chunky. I'm too short.
Yeah, but their Korean, like,
Their beauty
size
standards are
is
not
so
for me.
different than like in North America. Very
They're-
different.
they're-
But
yeah.
different race, right? Different
Yeah.
race.
Well, they just hold beauty at such a specific standard, and I don't fill the boxes.
I don't know.
that
I
you
would say
check.
we hold beauty at a specific standard too. It's
Too
just
much.
not the same.
No,
It's different.
I guess so.
Right?
I don't know. I don't think that they would like me. I also can't sing and I can't dance. And I feel like those are like 2 criterias to K-pop.
Well, and, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like with K-pop, don't they have like characters and stuff where like one of them's like at least with guys, like the older brother character and then the younger brother character and like the funny character and the dancing character and like everyone kind of falls into.
Yeah. Well, they have like the age is like a huge thing in Korean culture. So they have like I don't know the terms, but like the older brothers and like the younger brothers. So it is like split that way, but they typically have like good dancers, someone who's like the main, so like the main vocalist
Mm-hmm.
of it. There's someone who's usually like more stylish or whatever, someone who's a little bit more flirty.
Yeah.
Typical like band, boy band, girl band sort of dynamics. It was really interesting though, like learning how they become pop stars or K-pop stars, because they start
It's
young.
pretty grueling too, right?
Yeah, they start young, like 12 to anywhere from like 12 to 15. You can audition, and then you go through like training. So before you even like form a band, you have to go through auditions, and then once you get picked, you have to go through like training, which is like hours of day of like learning dances, learning songs,
Mm-hmm.
media training. They do a lot of media training too.
Yeah.
And then once the company that they're working for feels like they're sufficient, then they do like their big debut where they like go on a stage and like K-pop like fans will come and like basically judge you if they like it or not. This is very ignorant understanding of it from
Mhm.
like a Western mindset, but that's the gist, so to speak.
Interesting.
It's crazy. Like at 15 years old, I could never. What was I
Well,
doing
like,
at 15?
how do you even know what the fuck you want at 15? You know what I mean?
You don't. Being 15 sucks. Sorry to all the 15-year-olds.
You know what? All the ages suck. There's always something to complain about.
I mean, yeah, I like getting like older, but not that old. I don't know. Now that I start seeing my wrinkles, I'm like Panic at the Disco.
I know. I like when I stare too long, I squint and I get the 11s between my eyebrows, and then I'll go back and they stay, and I'm like,
You're like,
the
oh
fuck?
no. You're like, God damn. I gotta like
so
rub
now,
it out.
so now I have to
Steam
like
press my
not
face.
fucking like squint because it's when I can't see things or I have like very strong sensitivity to light.
Mhm.
And so I always go like this and then I create the wrinkles and it used to bounce back and now it doesn't bounce back as fast. And I'm like, fuck. I think
Losing
the
that
other thing too is
electricity.
like my back just doesn't function the way it used to. Like
No.
the body pain of getting older is like real and like I know it's just gonna get worse.
Oh, it's so bad. Dude, I can't go out for one night drinking because it will ruin my week. Like, it will destroy my week. I'll just feel
I
sick.
honestly, I just don't even crave it anymore. Like, also, I realized as I was editing these podcasts, I say like so much that I'm basically a Valley girl from California. It's
I want to defend you.
horrible.
Can I defend you? I feel that women have formed their own speech and ways of speech.
Mhm.
Like, if I liked something you were wearing, I'd be like, you look so cute. And I do the at the end of the sentence to like emphasize how cute I think you are.
I don't know. I just
It's a really interesting way.
embarrassing
No.
that I say it so much. But anyways, I digress.
No. You are fine saying like as much as you want because I
It's-
see it as like a metaphor.
I sound stupid when
No,
I
you
do it
don't.
because I don't need to.
That's the
end
patriarchy talking.
It's not. It's Sarah talking. I just feel like. Also, I'm playing with my mic because I think my feedback's weird. But I hate it. It's the thing I hate about myself is that I don't realize it until I listen to myself and I'm like, why do you say it that much? Who the fuck cares if you're putting like into every sentence? It's so unnecessary. Anyways, I digress. What was I talking about? Fuck, what was I talking about?
Something but like.
No,
Not
before.
Anti-like.
Before.
I don't know. This is ADHD. I'm medicated. This should be better.
Damn it. Oh, just getting old. Yeah.
And that's on getting old.
Is it ADHD or is it age? Let's play the game.
A little bit of both.
Honestly, just like the back pain and the muscle soreness, and it's just gonna go downhill, and it's already so painful all of the time. So I don't know.
We're not even 30 yet.
I know. I
And
feel
yet-
like I am. Oh, we were talking about drinking alcohol. Fuck. I don't crave alcohol. And
Never.
nor did I ever really crave alcohol. Like, I've never been a wino or like a beer drinker, but I don't know. I don't like the way alcohol makes me feel. I always get a headache
Same.
after I drink now.
I'm the exact same as you. I have a few friends that they're not like heavy drinkers, but like when they have one really, really, really rough day and they're just like, I want nothing more than to have a glass of wine in my hand.
Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm like, I need a fucking shot. And like,
But I'm not like
at
that.
work, we have like a drink bar and stuff, and sometimes we'll make ourselves like a Caesar at the end of the day, and that hits home, you know, like that's what I need. But sometimes you do just need a drink. But I find that I don't want to binge, and if I am to drink, it's socially.
I drink only socially. I would never.
We
Drink by
we
myself.
never drink at home
No,
ever.
I have alcohol that stays like
Oh yeah.
like the lid's like still like
I
sealed on.
won a contest. Like, me and my friends, we all got together and like we went into this phase, not us, but our friends, where they would have us over at their house, and then it would be like a contest. Like, you would do games and stuff, and if you won the competition, then you won prizes. It was like a thing that we did last year where, I don't know, I think they wanted to spice up get-togethers or whatever. They were really fun, but we did one, and I thought I fucking lost. I didn't think I was a shoo-in for anything, but apparently I won, and I won like a bottle of Patron tequila.
Oh, dang.
We have not opened it.
Should we?
We have no. First of all, fucking tequila. But
no.
second of all, like, we just don't drink. And
No.
so, and it was a bottle of Patron, like, it's a good bottle of alcohol. But I don't know. We don't drink here. And so it just stays in our house.
That's so
Wine too, like
interesting.
beer. Like, our wedding was last
August?
July.
July.
And we still have beer and wine from that event in our basement currently.
How much?
A lot.
Really?
We gave a lot of it away. A lot. Like all the big packs of beer that we had, we gave them to our parents' friends.
Mm-hmm.
We gave a bunch of wine to my grandparents, a bunch of wine to my mom and dad. I think Leo's parents got some wine. Like we gave them a lot of, because we bought a decent amount of alcohol because we had a lot of people at our reception.
Totally.
But we knew we weren't going to drink it. And so like, yeah, we have like a box of wine in the fridge right now that I opened. And honestly, I use it more for cooking than I do for drinking. But sometimes I want a glass of wine. But I think like alcohol too, like I don't favor the taste.
I don't either.
I thought I was going to grow into that, but I haven't.
No, you don't. I find it really interesting too that like alcohol is like a form of gift. Like you can win it. But I'm the same as you, whereas like it's like thanks, but like it just stays in my cabinet forever.
But for some people, it favor like they drink it.
Most people
in a
do
week,
drink
right?
it.
Like they enjoy it. We don't drink, and so it kind of is wasted on us. Honestly, like buy us food.
Yeah,
You know. Okay, actually, can I go on a tangent here for a second?
Please do.
This episode was supposed to be your episode, but maybe next episode is your episode. Maybe this is my episode because I haven't fucking stopped talking. So anyone who lives in the States already knows of this company, but here in Canada, they just, as always, we're always the second to experience it because the States is where all the cool shit is. But there's a crumble cookie that opened up by our work.
A crumble cookie.
Have you ever heard of crumble cookie?
Never in my life.
They were super viral. They were like these huge specific signature cookies. They were like all over TikTok a few years ago. Hold on. I'm going to pull up pictures for you so you can look at them. So crumble cookie is like a box and you get like 4 or you can order like 6 and they're huge. They're like this big.
Holy, they look so good.
And they come out with new flavors every single week. And then you get your mystery flavor. So the first time we bought it, Leo came back and there was a snickerdoodle, a white Oreo,
Yum.
a like, you know, like Twinkie and like those companies, that one, but like, you know, the little chocolate cake that had like white frosting on top and then like the little swirl.
Yes.
It was that, but a cookie. I can't remember what it was called. What was the other one? A semi-sweet chocolate chip.
Yum.
All soft,
Oh,
all chewy, all warm.
I want one.
Amazing. And then I went back a few weeks ago. They had the Valentine's Day ones. They had like a confetti cake one that was like all hearts.
You're making me hungry.
It's literally, Spencer, crumble cookie is no fucking joke. And it's a tiny little shop, like in a little shopping center, and it's always busy, packed, like lines out the door.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. And it's amazing. Like, if you want to gift me something, gift me a fucking crumble cookie.
Bet. I didn't know they even existed.
It's amazing. Honestly, we need to try it. Maybe next time we film, I'll get us some so you can try them. They're literally crack.
Was this your ramble? I thought you were going to say like you went in and like you had a specific cookie in mind and some woman in front of you decided to take the cookies.
There's a specific breed of people that go there and they're not nice people. And I don't know why, but it's either middle-aged women who all have the name Karen or young 10-year-olds who are like the Sephora 10-year-olds. They're fucking terrifying and they're vicious. And I'm like, it's a cookie. Relax. Like it's not that serious, but they were like snappy and pushy and like aggressive, and then they're going at it with the Karens and you're like in the middle going like, okay, how do I get out of this?
Like, I want my
want my cookie. I just want my cookie.
Give me
and
that
then the
Oreo.
workers
Let me go.
are all fucking pissed off. None of them look like they're having a good time, which fair enough. You're smelling cookie dough for 8 hours every day, all day, which like would be nice for the first 2 days, and then after that I probably would want to vom.
Yes.
And people are fucking rude to you. So rude. So like, I get it. I totally get why they hate their life. So it's not as picturesque as you would think. I usually order the cookies online and then I just go pick them up because I could really not care about interacting with people there.
Can we talk about the phenomenon that is Karen? Like,
Sure.
who decided it was Karen?
I think a collective group of them were named Karen because that was a very popular name.
Like, was
in
it
that
a
generation?
Facebook group? We're all Karens and we all hate you.
It was the millennials that came up with that.
You say that like we're not the millennials, but I'm so
Well,
distant.
I didn't come up with that,
from-
but the millennial group was the one who decided that Karens were to exist.
And like, so, like, is there really just like, not necessarily all people named Karen, but is there seriously just like a group of middle-aged women that just hate their lives and therefore need to make everybody else miserable? And like, are we going to turn into one? Like, is it my destiny to be a Karen? I need to know now.
If your life is a loveless, sexless life
Like,
with
is that what it
children
is?
that hate you because you're overbearing and are over opinionated and don't like change, and so you have to make everybody know that you don't like change, then yes, you'll become a Karen. If you can just fucking ride with the coattails of life, you'll be fine.
Because like, I feel so sad for these women because I'm like, who hurt you? Miss Girl, how many divorces?
Themselves. I'll say it for the people in the back. They did it to themselves.
Like, who hurt you?
Them.
To, like, get you to have that haircut, which is it was never cute. It wasn't cute then. It's not cute now.
Karens, I honestly, if I ever wanted to portray who, like, I feel like the kind of crisis that you go through as a Karen, you would have to think, I'm turning over the hill of age and I need to go back to my younger years. So how do I do it? Let's get the pixie cut. Okay. My husband hates me. He left me. He's divorced me. Okay. Let's fucking figure this out. My kids are 14 and 15. They want nothing to do with me. I'm going to tell them everything that I feel about them, and I'm going to want them to become the person that I want them to become. And then you have people younger than you telling you that you're not progressive enough or that you're not understanding enough. And so the one thing that you can do is lash out because you have the lack of emotional capacity to process it for yourself.
I have a business pitch for you. It's called KA, Karen's Anonymous. And we like Karens to come in and we give them like
No,
therapy
I can't be
sessions.
exposed to these women.
They need, I don't know.
If you're
They need
asking me
help.
how do you avoid becoming a Karen, get the fuck away from them. So inviting them into my house and interviewing them is the last thing I want to do.
I actually would love to interview a Karen. Like, why do you hate life?
Well, Karens don't
Who
know they're
hurt you?
Karens until they're called a Karen.
But even then, I don't even think they know. Do they wear it like a badge of honor? They're like, yeah, I am
No,
a Karen.
I think they hate it.
Well, then,
Because
like,
Karen's,
stop freaking out in
Karen's a
public.
bad, but you don't know you're a Karen until you're called a Karen. So you'll behave until somebody addresses it.
But they don't change. They just get angry because they're like, I'm not a Karen. It's like, Miss Girl.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have a lack of self-awareness.
Ew. That's an issue. That's another issue in this world. I can't deal with it. The more that I'm in a city and I'm exposed to like millions of people every single day and like different people every day, I realize just how like not self-aware the majority of people are.
It's true.
Not to put like, I don't think I'm better than anybody else. Heck no. But like, I seriously like wonder how people, like what people are even thinking in moments where it's like you're walking and then you just like in the middle of a hallway and then you just stop. You just stop. You just stop walking. Like if I did that in traffic and just like fully
That's
like
the worst
pedal
in
to the metal,
malls. I
braked.
can't understand why people do that in malls. It pisses me the fuck off. If you're going,
Right?
or we went to Costco and there was like a group of 6 family, like a family of 6 people all stood at the front of the fucking entrance. Why? Move the fuck over. There's space. There's like they filmed the fucking movie Mad Max next to where you are. Go over there. Like you don't need to be where the entrance is of Costco.
Yeah, you don't
where
need to be a
It's
door.
already a horrible place to enter because everybody wants to get in as fast as they fucking can.
Yep.
Like Costco's a nightmare. And it was on a Saturday too, so it was very busy. And I was like, why? Why? Like, are you seriously? Like, are you dumb? Like, I don't understand how you can just go, well, let's just stand in the middle here and
This
just
is a
look
good
at our
spot.
phone and
No.
let's just talk about the weather while everybody's standing behind us. It's like, what?
Like, what are you doing?
Excuse me, sir. Get the fuck out of the way. I'm gonna fucking
Use your eyes. Look around your
and
surroundings.
smash some ankles with my cart if people don't get the fuck out of the way in a second. Like,
But it's so real. Like driving, the amount of times I used to be a very bad road rager. I'm not so much anymore. I think that has a lot to do with like maturing and growth and just being older and not really care. Like I'll get from point A to point B. It's like I have no rush.
Well, there's a reason your insurance goes down the older you get.
Yes. But like people will like fully like cut me off, no signal, and then get mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't understand.
Well, we have a specific breed of drivers here.
Albertans, Calgarians specifically, are like insane.
They just don't. You either have the people who are terrified to be on the road, or you have the people on the road who are fucking mad at being on the road and want to get to point B as fast as possible. And they're always the assholes that pass you at lights, and then you end up sitting next to them at the light because you save them no time by moving out of the way for them. Or they'll like merge past you and they'll be like, get the fuck out of the left road. And you're like, dude, I'm going like 120. Like, I don't understand what you think the fast lane is supposed to be, but 120 is more than enough.
Okay, so this is a very specific type of person, but when there is a merge coming up, you're merging onto a road and you stop because you're like waiting for people to let you in, your driver's license needs to be revoked. If you are going to stop at a merge and be like, oh my gosh, when is someone going to let me in? I'm just a little Mazda. No, you merge. You time it out. You should be looking where people are
That's so much easier said than done, though, because you have the people in the merge lane who are like, I'm going to speed up so you can't get in.
They have brakes.
What the fuck is your problem? It's the merge lane. You didn't want to let somebody in. Get the fuck in the middle or to the left. Don't sit in the right. There's people who hang into the right and they go, I'm not going to let you in. It's a merge.
You have
It's a merge.
My lane ends. Where am I supposed to go?
Exactly.
Where?
But you have to have the balls to
Into
just
the
go,
ditch?
I'm fucking pulling whether you want or not. You want an accident? Let's go. If you don't, let me in.
I mean,
But people aren't defensive drivers. Or sorry, people aren't offensive drivers. They're defensive drivers.
They're super defensive. If people see you like signaling because you need into like a lane to like get your exit, I swear to God they will speed up because they're like possessive of their lane. Like they can't like fathom somebody like cutting in front of them just to like get over to the
if we let people into the merge lane and not having to brake, just slowing down, we wouldn't have the traffic.
We wouldn't have the traffic. It's because people are they're entitled is what they are. They're entitled to like everything around them. They think that they are the only ones who are correct in their driving and everyone else is stupid. But it's just like, no, that's such an individualistic way of thinking about driving and that's not how it should be. Like everyone's on the road. We all have like rules to follow. Some people need to be in this lane. Some people need to be that lane, you know.
Sometimes I'm a dick on the road, though. I will say this. I've gotten better as I've gotten older, but like when there's somebody going, like the one thing I hate is an entitled driver. And so when somebody's going fast and they pull out of the left lane when I'm going 120 and they get into the middle to then cut me off in the left, I speed up.
I do that
so
too.
that you can't get in. And then I smile at them and I give them a thumbs up. But I have to test the audience on that one because there's been a few times where it's been a man in a truck and he's like pissed. So I'm like, oh, I've really bit off more than I could chew on this one.
Have you ever been followed home?
No.
I have.
But I know that that's a thing for sure. Although road rage here is not as significant as it is in like the States.
I don't know.
Like people aren't going to pull guns out on you.
See, that's terrifying. That is like, and like, I'm scared of that here too. I think it's less likely, but I don't think like never say never, which is another reason why I've like kind of cooled it with my road rage. Although every now and then there's one driver and it's usually a middle-aged white man that in like a stupid, ugly truck that he's like pimped out to like overcompensate for the fact that he is like a Ken doll genital down there. And
yeah, well, his balls are gone because they're on the back of his truck.
Exactly. He takes them off to hang them on his Toyota truck.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they get them, you know, coated in metal and then they put them on the back.
Metal and then put the back of the car. So eyelashes on it too, Mr. Sir. But there is just every now and then.
No, that's a Karen.
And he deserves the finger. Because it's just like, I'm like pulling up to a red light and he speeds up to like cut me off when I'm like stopping. And I'm like, what if I like rear-ended you? Because I'm
and your car would be destroyed, not his.
Exactly. And then that's why I am so pro like dash cams. Because, like, I know that if I were to get into an accident, it's probably not likely my fault. It's because someone did something stupid in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to, like, pay for their mistakes. Because it would look like because, like, I'm not driving close to anybody. Like, I like to be in my own little bubble.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if I'm late for someplace, I'm like, you know, like, I'll get there when I get there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, like, usually in, like, a huge rush. Only, like, during, like, big highways when there's usually, like, no one around and everyone's doing, like, 120
Yeah.
kilometers.
Well, and if you're in a rush, just leave early.
Right.
If you're in a rush, it's because you're
How
late.
about we manage our time?
That was my issue. Is I was always speeding, and then I realized it's because I'm fucking late for everything. So I just decided, and like my motto for this year has been like, is it worth stressing out about? No. Then don't stress out about it. Like all things, including if I'm late for something. Speeding's not going to get me there faster. It's going to make things more dangerous. Is this worth stressing out about? No, probably not. Okay, then don't fucking stress about it. You can find a way to fix it. Like, that's the one thing I've really been focusing on in all things in my life is like, if I start stressing, is this worth stressing out about? Probably not. Don't fucking stress.
Absolutely not. Nothing's worth stressing out about.
No, there's a few things, but it's very small, right?
I mean, I'm like in a constant state of, I'm like the Hulk. I am in a constant state of stress that you just don't notice that I'm stressed because it's just like always and forever.
I felt like it was definitely impacting me more than I expected. And so I was like, I really need to start. And it was just like the amount of times that I would stress about something and then it would go the way that was for my benefit, but I had spent days stressing about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a waste of energy that I could be putting towards other things.
It just makes you very anxious about like doing anything.
Yeah.
Which is not
well, and you get
fun.
Emotional and you get wrapped up in the feelings of it, whereas you could just go, does me sobbing about this change anything? No. So why the fuck am I sobbing about it?
See, I get stressed on things that I procrastinate because I'm stressed about like whatever. Like if I have to make a phone call, I'm stressed about the phone call for whatever reason. I like make up scenarios in my head that it's going to be like the worst phone call in my life. So I procrastinate it, which makes me stress more to the point where it's like I can't put it off anymore. And then I'm like shaking as I'm like dialing the number.
Well, then let me ask you a question. Out of all the times that that's happened, how many times after that did you go, wasn't that bad?
Every single time.
Yeah. And I feel like the other thing too that I'm really questioning myself this year is like, if I'm stressed out about something and I'm choosing to procrastinate it, why? Because there's a reason.
I just procrastinate because I don't want to do it.
But why don't you want to do it?
Because I'm lazy.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, because you get shit done that it matters to you very quickly. So why does this thing not matter to you? Why is this low on your priority list? Is it because it doesn't matter to you? And if in that case, can you delegate that in some type of way? Or is it because you are choosing to ignore it because it's uncomfortable for you to look at? So
that one.
There's a lot of reasons why you choose not to ignore something. And it's the same thing as like a guy being like, well, you know, I'm not interested in her, or like girls being like, well, he's very busy. Well, if he fucking liked you, he would make time for you. So it's the same thing with your own shit. If you cared about it, you would make time for it regardless. So why aren't you making time for it?
Okay.
We have a lot of time in this world, more time than we think, but we choose to put things off for a reason. So you have to ask yourself why.
I don't know. I think I just like, I stress about things for no reason. I just like to stress. It's like my favorite thing to do, which is I like Animal Crossing.
That's called avoidance, ladies and gentlemen. And that is why we get Karens in this world.
Oh no, I'm gonna be one of them. See me at the I don't know where do they hang out now?
I don't fucking
Shoppers?
know. I hope not.
That's I don't know. I haven't seen a Karen in a long time. I feel like they're usually in restaurants. See me in a restaurant.
I don't know. I feel like I interact with one at least once a week, but usually I just go the other way. Or I just smile and wave. And I just go, yeah. Because it's not worth my time to have a conversation with you about the shit that makes you upset. I'm not willing to put in my energy to talk about your shit in that deep, involved way. You want to talk to somebody, call your therapist. I'm not your fucking therapist. I'm a person who's a citizen standing next to you in the line of a grocery store. I don't really give a shit why you're upset that the line's so long. So how about shut the fuck up and just continue on with your life, as I will.
That's another form of entitlement. Of just like, oh, why is there a line? Because you're not the only person in this world. Sorry, Miss Girl.
Yeah.
Like, there's other people trying to get groceries for their family.
Yeah.
Sorry you got there, like, the time everyone gets there.
Yeah.
But also not sorry because, like, time management.
Honestly, dude, people could learn a lot from stoners. Like, not, don't get me wrong, like, smoking weed all day, every day. I don't advocate that because I know personally I would be useless. I would be a useless human being.
Same.
I would get nothing done. However, it's all good, man. Just chill.
Mm-hmm.
That should be everybody's mantra. We would have less accidents. We would have less people yelling at each other. We would have less familial shit going on if everybody just went, just fucking chill. Just chill.
Just in their own
It's all good.
own
Why are we wound up so
vibrations.
tightly? Why? What's wrong?
What's wrong? Hey,
Here,
man,
take
what's
a
going on?
toke. Like, seriously, I think we could learn a lot from stoners and how they choose to live their life sober.
I want a stoner to run for prime minister. Like a full-blown stoner. Like the hoodies and everything.
See, my issue with that is there's a lot of shit going on in the world right now that somebody would have to care about, and stoners don't care about anything when they're high. So if they went, hey, fam, we got a housing crisis, and they're like, well, just give them weed. No, sorry, that's not how. Nope. That's not how. It's like having the president in the United States. He's so old that he can't care about anything
He is a
because he's
Victorian
senile.
child.
So, like, it's the same. You need somebody who's middle ground. But, like, I shouldn't speak politics because I know fuck all about politics, and I do not declare myself to be the one who understands how our government should work in a proper way. I am not that person. I put that mantle down. I give that away.
I also give that away.
I choose not to be the one responsible for having
We
people
hand
who are
over
like,
the torch.
these are the politics and the understandings. I'm like, yeah, great. I don't care to understand it in full detail, and also I can't even fathom what it would be like to have those decisions in my hands.
I don't want to think about that kind of power. I think I would do better than...
If I was a prime minister, I would turn into a middle-aged white man.
I would turn into Joe Biden.
From the stress. I would turn into Joe Biden. And physically, like, day in, I'd go into the building of the White House and I'd be like, let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Morph.
And then the next day I'd come out and I would be a senile old man from the stress of being the president of the United States. Like, I would physically morph and transform into a middle-aged white man.
That sounds like an issue all on its own.
This is what I'm telling you. The stress of it would get to me. I would not be able to stop it.
I think I'd be a horrible leader for a country, to be honest with you. I'd just be like, I don't know, just do whatever you want. You're fine. It's
Where do you
cool.
want to go for dinner? I don't know. You choose.
Yeah, you choose. Should we release every criminal? Yeah, it's fine.
What bill do you want to pass? I don't know. You choose.
You choose. And then it's like the
What do you
worst
want?
one. Housings are too much. Let's just like not pay.
Yeah, I fucking couldn't. No way, no how. Anyways, okay, can we please talk about how I need to express this on the podcast, because when you texted me and told me this, I actually had a full-blown laughing attack. But our first episode came out on YouTube. Sorry, I'm just checking the time, which we're like teetering closer to the time. And you texted me like a week and a half later and you're like, dude, my fucking parents watched the podcast. And I was like, oh, bet. And you're like, I want to fucking die. And I was like, can I please take it back to, I feel like I'm your conscience a lot of the times, because you'll do something and I go,
No.
there's consequences to the decisions that you choose to engage in. And you're like, fuck it, let's have a great time. And you're like, my parents watched the podcast. And I was like, wait, can I read what I actually said to you? Because it was really fucking funny.
Please do. Oh my god. Can
Can you please tell me how it felt for your parents to, because I feel like when your parents go, my parents haven't actually, when we did the podcast way back when, like when Leo and I had our podcast, then you came on. The first episode I did with Leo was like a Disney trivia one, which honestly you and I should do. And my dad commented on the video being like, great job, guys. And like, that was it. But like me and my parents never talk about the content that I put out. And I don't think they really know all of it. And if they do, they just choose not to talk about it. But like even my siblings, like my brothers don't talk to me about like my streaming. Sometimes like my brothers will come in on my stream and like chat with me. But it's hard to know who is actually watching because your username is always different than who you are, right?
Yeah.
But like my mom, I don't think she knows in full context that like I put out YouTube videos that I have, like I don't tell my parents that like, hey, we made a podcast and all this stuff, just because like it's not a conversation that comes up in my mind. But like if my parents were genuinely like, so we watched your video, I would go, okay, let's not talk about it. You keep your opinions to yourself. That's it. Goodbye. And I would close the door and they would know I wouldn't.
In their face.
But how did it feel? Because I feel like I've been doing this just a little bit longer and I've had conversations with people going, hey, I watched your stuff, or hey, I saw this. Granted, I'm a low end streamer, content creator. Like I'm not in mass produced stuff. But I've had the conversation that this exists, that I do this, and what people think about it. I've also got negative feedback. And so having to process what that means for myself. I've gone through the process of that, but I'd be curious to know how you felt when your parents talked to you for the first time. And like when that sentence came out of their mouth, hey, we watched the podcast. Like, how did you feel?
Okay, so for context, like when we started this, I didn't think anyone would watch it. I was like, we're going to have like 2 people watch it. But for the most part, it's just me sitting down with my best friend, talking, shooting the shit. That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
And so when we released it, I was like both proud and a little anxious
well,
about
I told
it.
you, I was like, hey, post on your Instagram that it's out. And you're like, oh my God, no. And I was like, why?
Because when I see like when TikTok suggests like people I know in my real life and like it's like their content, regardless of what their content is, I think like only a few people are like excluded from this, but I get secondhand embarrassment. And it's not
Have you gotten secondhand embarrassment
from you?
From my stuff?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just like, I don't know.
Surprised.
It's like random people that like I know, but like I don't know them.
Okay.
For you, I just like, to me, it's like if I watch your stream, it's like I'm there in the room with you. And I don't know if it's because I'm more comfortable with you. So it's just like I see like, this is just Sarah doing her thing.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I have like really bad imposter syndrome too. I hate the sound of my voice. I think it's disgusting. But like I just like I like doing this because I just like talking to you.
I think your voice is so soothing.
Thank you.
Like I hope people get in this like when I was editing our last video, I was listening to our voices and I was like, this is very soothing. Like we have very
fall asleep.
Like humming voices. Like they go in like waves.
Acapella.
La la la. Me.
Higher.
No, that would be horrible.
It would be awful. But when my parents, they texted me, so I haven't seen them in like person. I have dinner with them next Wednesday. But they texted me and they were like, we saw your podcast. I'll be honest, I blacked out. I have no idea what that podcast was about. And I was like, oh, LOL, cool. And they're like, yeah, it was interesting. And I was like, oh my God. And it was just mortification. Like I was mortified. Yeah. I was so embarrassed because I had other like friends in my life that were like, yeah, I watched some of your podcast. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I mean, I should have expected at least like people close to me to be like, oh, Spencer put something out, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
But it was scary. It was embarrassing. It made me realize like, oh, I actually do need to like kind of watch what I say. I can't just
Also,
say whatever I want.
Fucking chill.
Yeah,
sometimes
take a
Like,
bit of a chill
Can
pill.
we add some context? The first episode, and I want, if you're curious, take it back, look at it, watch it, because I swear to God, I fucking told you to be careful as you pretended to suck a dick as you were testing
I was eating a lollipop.
the size of the mic to your mouth, because I told Spencer you can't have the mic too, you can't have it up here because you'll peak, and you can't have it too far away. So I told her usually they say 2 hands worth, and she started to indicate that she was engaging in coitus.
I became a mime.
And she went, my parents watched the podcast, and I went, what did I say to you? It was actually, I was fucking laughing. I was like, haha, I'm dead. What did they say? She's like, they said, or they were like, it was interesting. And I said, well, they saw you pretend to suck a so fair enough. I want to die. I want death.
I do.
And I said, I told you to fucking contain yourself. She said, I will now be an angel. And I said, ha, that's the funniest joke you've ever said. And she said, I stay blessed.
I stay blessed. I will be blessed. I've stayed blessed. I will be joining you in your baptism.
I swear to God, I tell you all the fucking time.
You do.
Contain yourself.
You are.
Fucking wrap the shit up quickly, because sometimes you'll do things and I go, I can appreciate it because I'm your friend, but strangers will go, who the fuck is she and what is she on?
I think that's the problem though, is because like for right now, at least like in this moment, like I'm talking to you. I understand that there's a camera in front of me, but like I'm not talking to that. I'm talking to you.
To it.
To that. Well, it's a machine. To everyone behind the machine, hi, you are not in it. But like to God. But like I'm talking to you, and I feel like I'm learning the like difference between like this exchange versus like if the cameras were never there and it was just me and you.
Yes.
So it's weird because you have to kind of be like self-conscious about what you're saying in the time while also being like genuine in what you're trying to say. Like this isn't scripted.
It's a bit of a dance.
It is a bit of a dance, and it's a dance that I'm very new to and I'm learning. So I apologize if I offended anybody with my crudeness.
I don't think anybody was offended, but I just think
my parents, if you're offended. I'm also 27 years old, so
my
leave
parents,
me alone.
I'm sorry.
My sister, my future children.
Here's the thing, and this is how I feel about it. We are ourselves in front of the camera, but at the same time, we want to be original to who we are. I think that you're a very interesting, dynamic person, and so I don't want you to hide who you are, nor have you ever. And so I don't think you're actually capable of it. Thank God for that. But
stay blessed.
It's like you also have to understand that like people are weird and goofy and ridiculous. Everybody is. Mm-hmm. And so like we're just choosing to put it out there, but ultimately I know everybody goes through these processes. Everybody's goofy, everybody's ridiculous, everybody's just a little fucking off the beaten path. So like when you start to realize that everybody's like that, then nobody's not like then we're all the same. You know what mm-hmm. I mean? Like I think it's important that you censor yourself because things that are on the internet can't be taken away. And, being inclusive in our conversation and not being resistant and all that stuff. It's not shit that we talk like, nor do we have the interest in talking about this. This podcast is supposed to be a comedy. It's supposed to be funny and goofy. But I think it's fair to go, like, I'm not the only one who lives life like this, but I'm just the only one who's on a screen choosing to show it. So, yeah. Like, be kind to yourself.
Oh my God, she's dying.
Be kind to yourself. And just like be who you are, but just also sometimes fucking contain it, okay? But that's what I'm here for, is I'm your conscience. And I tell you when you're being just a little too ratchet. And like
you can take the girl out of Coventry, but you can't take Coventry out of the girl.
I'm trying.
I'm still living.
Yeah.
That was too much.
I turned away and I didn't look back on that one. So whatever. But yeah, that's this episode, I think. Hold on. Yep, that's this episode.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
If,
also,
I mean, if you have been tuning in, like, God bless you.
yeah.
Seriously, this is a roller coaster.
Yeah. Also, shout out to our editor, Louis, because he's been making these videos, and I want to say a big thank you to him for being a part of that. Little shout out.
Thank you, Louis.
And or Luis. Luis. I'm not Spanish, and he has a Spanish name, and so like
you get
Leo
confused.
calls him Louis, and so I think his name's Louis, but I think it's Luis. It's honestly a really cool name.
Is Louis like just like a nickname then?
I don't know. That's just what Leo says.
Message us, Mr. Editor, how you would prefer your name to be spoken. If you don't want us to talk about you,
you should just put the text in the podcast and declare it.
You should just like add like an explosion. And
do you want to hear something really fucking funny?
Oh my god, I do.
When I first started dating Leo, so there's this artist, Jos. Who? Wait. There's this artist called Jose Gonzalez. Really, really good artist. Loved him. In my teenage years, I would listen to this guy all the time. And I put on a song, and I was in the car with Leo, and I went, have you ever heard this guy, Jos Gonzalez? And he went, what the fuck did you just say? And I said, Jos Gonzalez. And he went, Jose? Because it's Jose, but the J is an H in Spanish, and I just thought it was Jos. And he was like, have you been calling him Jos this whole time? And I said, yes, and no one's corrected me. And he's like, you hang out with too many white people. And so every time we see him on like my list of music or whatever, Leo's like, that Jos Gonzalez.
I love Jos.
It's a Jose, Jesus.
And that's on character development.
Yes.
We learn new things every day.
Jesus fuck. Anyways, so yes, that was this episode. Sorry for all the chaotic schedule and stuff. We're still figuring out tech for this podcast, and yeah, much appreciated, guys.
Can I have a quick question?
Yes. Can we have your final Spencer? I want to name it something. I feel like it's a segment we should continue to carry over. Spencer's question of the day.
Ew, I hate that. Not that, but we'll figure it out. What's better, Christmas or your birthday?
Fucking Christmas.
Say I say your birthday because I'm work control. Christmas is fun only in the morning when I get to open presents, but then when I have to hang out with my family, just kidding.
I feel like my birthday is short, Christmas is long. I can enjoy the magic for Christmas for however long my decorations are up, but only people will celebrate me for a day.
See, I love being celebrated for a day. Just a day. I don't need more than that. Maybe 2. I am a Leo. But Christmas is like too much money, too much materialistic things. You have to like, there's just so many people to keep in mind when you're doing Christmas that it's too overwhelming. It's too overwhelming. I just need one day. And it's all about me. And that's why I like birthdays.
I don't know. I like Christmas because I like the magic of it. I don't really care about the items. And I have honestly chosen to break the cycle and just give one person one gift. And it doesn't have to be anything big. Just has to be something kind and considerate. It's not about the fucking gift. It's about the kindness of our goddamn heart. And if you can't understand that, then whatever. Throw my present away. But the magic of Christmas and watching Christmas movies and listening to the Christmas music and I don't go shopping in the mall, but I'll go to the mall during Christmas because the music plays and the Christmas trees are up and it's nostalgic for me. So I would say Christmas because the magic of it lasts longer. My birthday, honestly, it just feels like a day now. I don't feel like I'm celebrating anything. Woohoo, like 1 year around the sun. Fucking
yeah. Closer
Ayo.
to death. Let's go.
Closer to death. Like, cool. And I just, like, I feel like my birthday is a reflection period for me of, like, how insane was this year and how much did I actually survive? So it's a reflection period, but it's not, like, super exciting. And, like, for my birthday, I don't want to do anything, like, grandiose. Like, I don't do a birthday party. I don't do a big celebration with my friends. I go and I get sushi with my husband. And that is it. And that is all I need. But
I love that. See, that's why I like birthdays, is because it's under your control. You can have it as big as you want. You can have it as small as
you
you
can
want.
technically do that for Christmas too until you have
I'm
children.
sorry, I don't have that control. I wish I did. But like, if you don't come to Christmas dinner, not that like I wouldn't, but like it's just it's too much. It's too much. I just want to go back into my Animal Crossing shell.
Yeah, see, for us, it's like, it's 3 hours for us. But here's the thing too, Leo's parents celebrate Christmas on a different day than my family does, because in Latino culture, Christmas Eve is the big day and Christmas Day is our big day. So Christmas Eve is like New Year's Eve for them.
Mm-hmm.
So like, but we don't go over, like we say hi to them and then we leave and then we send them a kiss at midnight and that's it. Like, I feel like it'll change when we have kids, but right now, like, we are very much, Leo and I have also declared ourselves that we will have interaction with our family when we choose it, but not when we're forced into it.
See, that's a good balance.
Like, we've really, especially like on both ends, I think we've worked on setting our boundaries. Like, obviously you're still going to show up for your family, but you know, we've made it like a focus for us to both be considerate of each other's time with family events too, because it's our world and we're inviting our families into that space, not vice versa.
Okay, Sly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Pop off. And this is your episode of Dysfunctional Duo. We'll see you guys next week. Have a heavenly week. And I have a coworker who says have a fairy tale evening. It's the most heavenly thing.
That's so cute.
Isn't that the sweetest thing ever?
That is so cute.
Yeah.
And I just side note, we're going to be those moms on the phone when the kids are like, can we go? And we're saying goodbye, but then we don't actually stop talking.
We're like, yeah, you could. Oh, hey, by the way.
So embarrassing.
That's my mom. I love her for it.
We're not
Mom,
Karens.
I gotta go.
We're just annoying.
Yeah. Okay, anyways.
See you next week.
Ciao.
Bye.
I say ciao at the end of every episode, and I don't know
It's
if
okay.
No, I don't really want to be that.
You don't want to be the chow girl?
Well, what the fuck? Do you watch The Office?
Yes, of course.
Okay, what's the guy who's really tall, very skinny?
Creed?
No.
The
He's obsessed with Erin. They date.
the dude, the dorky dude.
Yeah.
Later in the seasons, I can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
He says ciao, and they make fun of him for it, and I feel like a douche now when I say it because I think of him. So I need a different end to the show.
Adios.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bye.
Bye.